Welcome back.
Oh my gosh, do we still have a podcast?
We still have a podcast, guys.
Because I think I forgot that, like, I feel like it's been so long. It's only been like a week.
It's been like 2 weeks because we had one and then we had a hiatus and then we had to delete our last episode. You guys, we had to delete our last podcast. We can't really touch on that right now.
No.
We're not going to really talk about why we had to delete our last episode.
But you know what? Let me just tell you, people are listening, which is a good thing. Good problem to have. Nick, how many downloads just in our town alone? It was like came out in 3 hours and we had how many downloads?
Well, yeah, it had about 70 downloads.
Just in Brackenridge?
Yeah, like from where we live. So, you know, it was just one of those things. People are listening. People are paying attention. So we just had to take it down. We're going to talk about that on a later date, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
And, you know, we live in a small town right now. But then we were like, you know, if we were in LA, I feel like we'd have friends who'd really like have some big reputations who'd have to protect.
Then we really couldn't talk about that.
I know. This is just going to be like something we're going to have to learn to navigate.
Yeah, right.
I think I've said this before, but one of my favorite quotes is the more truth you tell, the more books you sell.
Right. And I think that's so true.
It is because it's the real stuff. It's like, okay, anybody can have fluff dancing around it, but that's, you know, when you really talk about stuff and get into it and really like either tell the truth about your own life or it's more interesting.
It's more interesting and it's more real and close to people's hearts.
Yeah. Because you're not watering it down.
Right. So either the people listening to it are going to connect more to it, and then the people that it involves are also going to hear more of it. And that's going to be, that's always going to be a little bit rough.
Yeah, but we had so many ideas again for this week. And we're just over here just crossing.
Can't talk about that. Can't talk about that. We got in trouble with that one.
I think this is really interesting, or I would love to talk about this.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, but that person like probably wouldn't talk to me again because this would like mess up a relationship in their life. Which I personally am not invested in, don't mind, but I do care about our friendship. So,
I know. And it's not like this is a gossip podcast either.
I mean,
sometimes it
a little, but yeah, no,
like that, but it's just like, what's up with us? Like, like, what are you doing? Well,
maybe people around us should stop being so shady. And stop doing such interesting, ridiculous things that I feel the need to tell people.
That I just want to tell people. Yeah, exactly. But
wait, someone recently accused Nick of having a big mouth.
Okay. Wait. So you guys remember that straight cowboy I was talking about?
Oh, God.
Anyway, so yeah, I can't tell this whole story, but basically, like, him and I were like cuddling on the couch, like in front of people, and someone had asked him about it, like, oh, I saw you and Nicodemus cuddling, what was that about? And he got mad about it, and he was like, hey, Nicodemus has a big ass mouth. And I'm like, first off, that had nothing to do with my mouth. We were literally like cuddling.
In public.
We were being affectionate towards each other in public, so like whatever. But then I also wanted to be like, and bro, like I do have a big mouth. I have a podcast, and your secret is not safe with me.
Your secret is not safe with us.
I don't mean to be like that, but like, I'm just going to be like, people are like, Nick, what's up? And I'm going to be like, I don't know. I went to Target. No, I'm going to be like, anyway, this straight cowboy.
Yeah. And I'm, again, like I said, we've crossed things off the list. I'm not out here ruining lives yet.
I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of like, it just happens, you know? At least we're not boring, I guess.
No, but like, Nick, we have such big mouths. We literally put microphones up to them. And we're like, disseminating it to the public.
Yeah, you know what? You know who would love to hear about this? Strangers on the internet. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Here we are with our big mouths and our goddamn microphones. Look at this red tip.
Yeah.
Oh, that was not a dick joke. That
I
was
know,
not a dick
but like
joke.
a tip, it's like a microphone cover. There's a word for him.
Bebop? I don't know.
Like a boom thing.
Oh. I bet
I don't know.
There's a word for everything.
I love that people have noticed that last week Nick looked like he was in this like gorgeous, like mystical little crystal balls and disco balls studio, and that I was in prison
just by this like lilac wall.
I just had a gray slate wall, and and nothing else. But I've acquired more barrels.
We have about 3 barrels in the house now.
Yes.
So expect more barrel content.
Hashtag barrel content.
Hashtag barrel content.
So now I have a disco ball. She's wearing pink sunglasses. I have a Himalayan sea salt lamp. The King of Swords.
Should we get into the King of Swords?
Yeah, because it has to do with... All right. So some things were brought to our attention, and we deleted the podcast by our own volition. We were not forced.
Yeah.
We agreed, decided to take it down.
Okay. Delete. Kind of hurt my soul.
Yeah.
But whatever.
So we also... some other things in like my personal life that I was like entertaining that is just, we just do not need to be entertaining anymore. Yeah. Anyway, so Nick, we were just like talking about everything. We had gotten home and Nick was like, all right, Francesca, just pull a card. Let's see what comes up.
Pick a card, any card. And for those of you who don't know, I'm really into the tarot, and think whatever you want about the tarot. I don't really care. It doesn't care either because it's not a thing. It's literally a deck of playing cards. But anyway, I think it's an interesting tool with like conversations dealing with like emotions and like your life. And so Francesca pulled the King of Swords. And so in tarot, there's what are they called? Not courts. The
court cards.
No, court, but not types, flavors. Set like the clubs, the diamonds. What is that word?
Why can't I?
Suit. Okay.
Nick?
Wow.
We each got 11 hours of sleep last night.
Maybe that's why my brain isn't like fully there. I'm like, anyway. What is the name of the card?
The suit.
The suit. Okay. So tarot also has a suit for the elements, just like a regular playing card. Actually, the regular playing deck comes from the tarot deck. People don't know that, but so swords is what's associated with diamonds, and diamonds. Yeah, diamonds. So the swords are all about like intellect and decision making and things, just psychology, basically. And so the king of it, who would be the king of intellect and decision making? And basically, he's a tough ass guy that doesn't really care about your feelings.
Nick goes, you know what I call this card? I call this card fuck your feelings.
Just fuck your feelings. And when you get a suit, like a court card, like a king or a queen, or, you gotta, you have to think, if that was a person or an attitude, what would that be saying? So what would the king of decision making and psychology tell you to do with that card? And it's kind of a thought of like, get your emotions in check, use your brain, think, don't feel, don't overreact, And I think that's kind of, was a really interesting card for us because you've been feeling like really emotional about this stuff. And it's just kind of like, no, like we know how we are, and we're not sitting here and being, catty. And I know it sounds like how we started this podcast, we were, but like that last podcast, it was really just us talking, about how you felt about a certain situation and why you ultimately made a certain decision. And I don't know, it's like, I felt like we're just talking about it, and it's like we could feel really bad and be like, oh, I hope people are mad at us with that last podcast, but it's like, I don't know.
No, we want to just like stand in our power now. And it's one of like the 4 agreements from the book, The 4 Agreements of, be impeccable with your word.
Right.
So that know who you are, make sure what you say is true, and make sure like, if you stand by it and know who you are, and you're impeccable with your word, nobody can say shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, no, I said this, I meant this, and this is who I am. So I think we have to decide exactly what we want to put out, what we want to decide, but also I don't want to play this like cancel culture. Like, I don't want to play that game. There's certain celebrities that get canceled for like every little thing. And then there's other ones that they can just say whatever they want because they don't care.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let you cancel them. I mean, of course, there's certain things that obviously you're not going to say, but be impeccable with your word. Make sure you're speaking in the highest integrity.
Right.
You're not saying anything wrong towards someone.
Right.
And stand behind it.
Exactly. And that's why I think it was a good card to pull. So we just like kept him out here, put him on there. Jeffree Star is one of those celebrities that gets canceled for everything. You know what he calls himself? He calls himself the cockroach of the internet because he is not impeccable with his word, and he is not a trustworthy person. And he's not a good guy, but it's funny because he is always in trouble. But he's like, you just can't kill me. I get canceled every single day. Like, maybe you should.
But that's kind of like, yeah.
He's a little cray-cray, and that's not how we're gonna be, and we just tell stories from our lives,
Totally. Actually, we saw a friend last night who he was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't listen. He goes, honestly, you two come to my bar every single day and talk. And I'm like, yeah, well, you've already heard the podcast then. And
he proceeded to imitate us. And he was so good at imitating them, like what would possibly be on our podcast. And I was like, oh my God, like, you don't even listen, and you know exactly what we're doing.
He's like, oh, Francesca's out here being like, yeah, I don't drink tap water, and I just like only drink from a spring that I go get my stuff. And I was like, that's.
And he was like, I'm Nicodemus. I just painted my nails. Can I get a gin? Oh my God, it was good.
So what have we been up to?
We have been up to a lot. We've had a lot of friends in town, which I love. I love when friends come in town, but it has just been. It's been a whirlwind. And so our good friend Alicia came into town.
Mm-hmm. My best friend from Denver. And she brought her new boyfriend that we hadn't met yet, named Jay. Yeah.
And he was really great.
We love Jay.
Uh-huh.
And we had the best time. But it's so funny when you have like a best friend and they're coming, you're meeting the significant other. They're really serious about it, and you haven't met them yet. It's like,
who is he?
And like, what if I don't like him?
I know.
Or what if he doesn't like us? I mean,
yeah.
We can be a lot. I could see that.
But he was great, and we had like a really good fun time. We went and saw Sun Squabby, which is like it's a band. Anyway,
it's a jam band.
We
went with all the hippies.
It was a good time, and I just think it's like really important. Like, when like you're at a concert and you're out in the night and you're having fun. And then you look to your best friend and you motion to their, significant other, and you're just like, hey, I like him a lot.
It's important.
I like him a lot, And that, that was good. So it's good to know. When your friends like your significant other, that's a good sign. Friends and family. But when your friends and family don't like your significant other.
Listen.
That right there is it's not a red flag. It's a red flag of your friend or your new significant other. But it's also like a warning. Like, hey, if your friends don't like it, it's not going to work out.
And they just want the best for you.
Exactly. They're not
like. When has it ever been a really good thing when someone's whole family and friend group dislikes them?
Yeah, were they just all wrong?
Yeah,
your whole support group,
and it's the entire support group that all they want is the best for you.
Yeah.
Like, and they're seeing the situation like objectively. Mm-hmm. And if they think it's weird and not right, like, take a step back
and kind of like heed that advice, because sometimes you get so involved with that person and. You see them in a different light and rose-colored glasses, and you might be hooking up with them. That's always going to do weird things to your brain where you might not see the situation clearly, but your best friend might. Actually.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to name names here, but one of my best friends got this girlfriend, okay? And I just wasn't loving their relationship. Mm-hmm. And at first, I thought, like, Nick, you're just being the gay jealous best friend. You know what I mean? Nick... just chill out. And I was like, all right, Nick, no. And then I started talking to like my other friends about it, and they were like, no. And Nick, you're not being the gay jealous best friend. Maybe that's not a healthy relationship. I was like, okay, so I'm not crazy, right?
Yeah.
And it ended up started getting all haywire and stuff, and the gay best friend was right. No jealousy.
I mean, I've got you. I feel like you see situations pretty clearly.
I do. I'm a very good judge of character. And when you don't believe me, Francesca, sometimes I'm like, all right, well.
See how this goes.
Your funeral.
You've done that with like best friends. Like that girl who like completely.
Yeah, the girl.
Mm-hmm. But Nick will be like, I'll be like, no, like I really like them. They're so cool. And even if they're just friends, he's like, Francesca, I literally think they're a demon and I want you to stay away from them.
I'm not just going to call your best friend a lying cunt snake for no reason. Like, I'm just not mean like that. You know
no.
What I mean?
But you almost see, you're such a good judge of character, like dad, you almost see it too early to where it's like
just, you're like, I'm missing context almost.
And I'm just like not ready for it. It's like, well, what have you even, you're like, no, it's like a vibe. I just know. And like,
well, Listen to me, y'all. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. But
Well,
I've been
and I've
wrong
just
about
decided
people.
Really?
I've been wrong about people, yeah. Sometimes I do judge people too quickly, and it's like, oh, yeah, okay. You know, sorry, did I cut you off? Were you gonna say something? So I like a really good gaydar.
Excellent. Mine doesn't exist.
I am so good at it. Okay, and I don't know what it is. It's like it honestly is like a sixth sense. I'm sitting here like, gay, you know. And so my first boyfriend ever, he was straight. Okay. Well, but I started hanging out with him, and I was like, man, he just rings my gaydar so hard, like. And I'm like, no, he's not. And but like in the back of my head, like my intuition is telling me like, no, this man likes men and he likes me, you know? And I was like, no, stop. He's foreign, you know? Like sometimes it's harder to tell. Like I'm much better at
with
judging.
Europeans. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with like Europeans, you know, I can tell with Americans much easier than any other nationality. I was like, no. But lo and behold, I was right all along. And I was like,
he was
damn.
like actually like in love with you.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, I'm good. No, but
I just love to sit and ignore all of my friends and all of the signs for like what, 10 months
10
plus?
months, yeah. And
It's you guys, it's to another level.
Oh my
I will make
God.
excuses. I will lie.
like,
I will.
you know what's weird about you too is you'll come to the conclusion that I've been wanting you to come to, and then you'll agree and be like, yeah,
No, I can see things so clearly sometimes, and then I just go right back in.
And then a week later, you're like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, what? I thought we had made progress here. And then a week later, you're like, yeah, Nick, you were right about that. And I'm like, okay, doing this again.
We've been doing this for a bit. And I recently this also has to do with the King of Swords, because I'm just thinking logically now, and we're not doing this anymore. But like I went back to like a good friend of mine, and it's like a loop that we've already done before. I'm like,
Right.
we've been here. I'm getting like, this is deja vu. And so it was like good to kind of like move on from the other situation. But like also like, I'm just going to like repeat. Like I'm 32 years old.
Yeah, you do kind of do this this repeating loop thing.
Of like the same people.
Yeah.
But
King of Swords.
yeah, we pulled the King of Swords. I just like, even like yesterday, like Nick and I had a big conversation about it, and I was like, I'm done with it. I was like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not repeating this. I was like, I'm just moving on.
Yeah.
And I got asked on 2 dates last night.
Isn't that so funny? Like,
Yeah.
Once you decide like I'm hot and I'm single and I'm over the bullshit, you really start to attract like new opportunities in your life. And that's that type of shit of where it's like, I just find that the law of attraction is so real because like that. Exactly.
Yeah. I wasn't even looking particularly like cute. I didn't even know I was going to work. And then, 2 like full on like thought out dates.
Right.
And like one of them by someone I really wanted to ask me out for like a while. And so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I love that.
Yeah. So, and then,
But
see, here's the thing. They're going to have to wait until I go to Mexico next week. Because I'm just like trying to meet my husband in Tulum.
I want you to meet your husband in Tulum.
Right?
Francesca's never been to Tulum, and it's just so, oh man, like it's kind of stereotypical how much you're going to like Tulum. You know,
I also feel like it's where every fucking influencer goes.
No, I know. It's like if all the influencers of like LA like went to Tulum, but no, that's not doing it justice. Tulum's really cool.
Yeah.
And
but like all my like
there's a reason
Yacht
why
Week
it's cool.
Burning Man crew friends, they just like remote work from Tulum for like months. That's like where they're like, oh, where are you based? They're like between like Miami and like Tulum, like New York.
I know it's so like it's like a parody of itself almost.
I don't care.
But you're gonna love
I'm
it.
in the parody.
No, I loved it when I went.
I'm going.
I only spent a couple days there, but I was like, yes. You guys, hold on. I'm on the beach.
These are okay. So this is my best childhood friend, and it's her younger sister's bachelorette party. And you guys, this itinerary will just tell you like who my friends are.
Oh man.
Wait, how do
see, I know
to...
these girls, and
you've known them since you were like 8.
You know what they call me? They call me Lord Nicholas. I love. Honestly, they were calling me Lord Nicholas before Lord Disick was a thing.
I know. You were the original Lord.
I was the original Lord.
Okay, so she like writes up this like tentative itinerary. So I'm just gonna read through a few of these. Okay. Thursday, day 1. Arrive and check in. 2. Unpack and take obligatory shot of mezcal. 3. Visit cenotes and underwater sinkholes. We're bicycling there so we can stay super skinny.
Oh my gosh.
Dinner at Gitano in the jungle, which turns into a party as the night wears on. Think disco balls and trees. Keep it going at Casa Jaguar. Thursday nights are hot. Flame. Friday. Wake up, take a double shot of espresso, and do 100 crunches.
100 crunches?
100 crunches.
Oh my god.
Get ready, get rowdy. Day party at Taboo Tulum, 12 to 5. Champagne diet. Bring turns and your hottest resort look.
Turns, like bring the turns.
Bring the turns?
Bring the turns.
Oh, okay. I haven't even heard that. Bring turns and your hottest resort look. Head back to the hotel and get ready for the night. Then we have pre-dinner drinks at Azulik, dinner at Quinto, then papaya. We have a table there. You guys, I'm never going to financially recover from this trip. I'm never going to recover.
Oh my God.
All of my friends are, well, first of all, insanely hot and it like pretty rich. So it's like there's a psychic coming one night. We have a chef the whole time.
You have a psychic coming?
Yeah.
Oh, you better see the psychic.
No.
You got to be careful with that, but like you should.
I know. Things like I don't want to like open up a portal of anything. You know my biggest fear?
Demons?
No, getting possessed.
You're not going to get possessed by some random Mexican woman. Like
that's where it would happen.
No. Oh
yes.
No, it would happen in like New Orleans.
I don't know. You guys, my biggest fear in the entire world is getting possessed. And I always have.
So I went to Tulum, but then I got possessed. Like
yeah. What if you had to hold an exorcism here?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but it's just like the next day. Buenos dias, Bagatelle for lunch.
Oh, that was only one day.
Yeah. This is day 3. Bagatelle for lunch, but who's eating? Then Cabana at the day club. A package arrives. Okay. 7:30 dinner, table, and the best night of your life at Rosa Negra. Day 4. For the love of God, sleep in. It says spa massages, much needed R&R.
Ooh, this sounds so fun.
Xanax and chill, lounge chairs at Azulik, and then dinner at Heartwood. I'm never going to recover.
You're never going to recover from this. But no. a nice spa sounds really good. No, you're going to have so much fun.
Yeah. No, I'm really excited about the psychic. But like, just to tell you, okay, so my best friend's name is Ashley. Just to tell you who she is has designed tablescapes for our dinners that the chef is preparing.
Oh my gosh.
And then she's going to pack all of these things. And they're getting to the Airbnb first. And she has instructed the concierge of exactly how she wants our tablescapes to look. These are like just the type of people, like she's just, I mean, honestly, like she should just be like an event planner, like in her life. She's a real estate agent, but she's just good at this stuff.
See, I'm not. I would never.
You like, I mean, you help decorate.
I know. I'm good with itineraries and like plans.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not like tablescape kind of guy.
Yeah, it's like a certain skill.
Except, do you like our tablescape, guys? Do you like it?
Nicholas actually did this tablescape today.
Yeah, it's 2 cowhides, my Japanese Tetsuban cast iron, taxidermy duck, Sebastopol,
some sage,
our wool mugs or our wool
Nick
coasters.
We went to brunch the other day, and we spent $60 on coasters.
$60 on coasters
because I told him I wanted them, and
I wanted them too.
Yeah,
but and because if you like set something on the table, you can hear that. But now if we use coasters,
but now we have coasters.
It,
Nick was like,
nice.
We need coasters
because I edit this shit, and I'm like, God, we.
Well, Nick, here's the thing.
What?
Everyone,
what's the thing?
I am not going to recover from this week. So you guys.
Okay, what are we doing before Tulum though?
You guys, I fly straight to Tulum from Vegas.
Oh my God.
We go to Vegas in 2 days.
In 2 days, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We go in 2 days. Yeah, I know.
I have so much work to get done before I go there.
Wait, can I tell a funny Vegas story?
Okay, before this podcast happened, he was like, he goes, Francesca, I just don't think we should tell any Vegas stories because they're overdone. It's like, oh my God, I got drunk in Vegas. He's like,
No.
yeah, so did everyone else. Shut up.
Vegas stories are the most annoying stories because it's like, yes, I got drunk.
Wild.
Oh, I got so wild. And then I like got kicked out of a club. Like, yeah, that's what you do in Vegas. It's almost like when people try to describe their dreams to you.
Oh,
and it's like, oh my God. And then I was like riding a dragon and then I like fell down a slide, but your mom was there. And so then we got married. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Anyway, so quick story. It's kind of funny. So I had just met these girls and they wanted to invite me to Vegas. And they were
some
super cheap
Breckenridge
flights.
girls.
And I didn't know these girls at all. Like I literally met them through work and blah, blah, blah. Never hung out with them outside of work. And so I was like, oh, why don't I just go on a 36-hour Vegas trip with them? What could go wrong? And so I'm on the flight and I start talking to them. And I learn on the flight that one's a daughter of a cop. They're both pretty fucking conservative. And one has an assault charge, an aggravated assault charge. And I was on the plane like... what have I done? But no, I don't know. That was the story. Everything was fine. It was a totally normal trip and we had a great time.
Didn't you say you had to like pull one of them like off like a random like men? You were like, no, like we're not going with this man who's just trying to like.
I actually don't remember. I don't.
You don't have to.
I don't know. I actually don't know. But they did have to bring my bags to the airport because I forgot. I just forgot what time and day it was, but.
Because you didn't sleep in your hotel room.
No, I didn't sleep in my hotel room. I was just out and about.
One time I threatened Nicholas's life if he wouldn't get money out of the ATM for me in Vegas.
Listen to that again. Francesca had to threaten my life so I could use the ATM for her because she was so inebriated she didn't understand how to use the ATM.
Couldn't figure it out.
You were looking at it and like, Nick, use it. Pull out $200. I said, Francesca, that's a bad idea. You go pull out $200. I was like, if you can,
like another.
If you know how to use the ATM, I will let you have $200. But I don't feel like if you can't use an ATM, you probably shouldn't be spending money.
No.
And anyway, you forced me to, and I did. Wait, that was really funny. And later that night, we had met this British guy, and he said the funniest thing to me.
Yeah?
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know what you're about to say.
So we're chilling, and we are all like, we're in this like club. It was like a night. It was like, I don't even remember what club. It was like nice, easy, hanging out, But you're gone. And he is all over you. He's just trying to get with you. And you're like kind of playing like this hard to get. But you also don't know. You don't even know what day it is. Okay.
No.
You don't know who this man is.
You told me, you were like, Francesca, this British man was so hot and so cool. And you were just like not about it. And I was like,
well, and I was also kind of like, I'm not just going to leave you unattended
with
this like random man in Vegas when you just can't even speak. So I'm like, all right. So I'm along on this ride.
I sound like such a mess.
No,
you guys, can I preface this with I flew into Vegas to meet Nick from New Zealand. I literally was in New Zealand for like 7 weeks. And then I had partied in New Zealand, gotten on a plane. It was with my layovers. I had 3 different planes and it was a 24-hour trip. And by the way, Air New Zealand serves free alcohol.
Yeah, you kind of just landed a little.
So I landed and then we like went to a Diplo show. Like we landed. I didn't sleep. I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning. Then we woke up and like did it all again.
Yeah.
So it was like I was in not a normal place in life.
You weren't. And honestly, this was the only like kind of bad night. And you were fine. It was just like you needed a chaperone. Like I'm not gonna like, but I'm just not gonna let you go do your own thing. But anyway, so we're in the club and Britney Spears came on. Mm-hmm. And you and I were like, like Britney Spears. And this very straight British man just goes, I'm not going to do a British accent, but he was like, no one wants that. And he was like, I just don't get it. And I'm like, what? He's like, can you explain it to me? I go, explain what, sir? He goes, the Britney Spears and gay men thing. I go, I don't understand. I'm not understanding the question. And he was like, no, gay men in Britney Spears. What is it? I'm like, please extrapolate. What are you getting at? Like, I've never been asked this question before. So I'm like really interested. I'm like, I don't get it. He's like, do you guys like actually like Britney Spears or is it like a joke?
Like ironic.
Are you guys doing it? Is the whole thing like ironic or unironic? And I sat back and I was like, this man thinks it's ironic.
You're like, I'd lay down my life for Brittany.
I know. I was like, and then I was like, how do you explain to him how fucking serious I am about this? You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, no, ask me a question about her. Literally any question. Ask it. What medications is she on? Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's a secret. But like, so I'm just sitting here like, holy shit. Like that is the straightest question I've ever been asked in my life.
Aww.
I know. Poor guy. What was his name? Like Rupert? I don't know.
It was something I could not tell you.
Very English. He was very hot and he was very well mannered, but he was, a little too into a little drunk girl, and I'm like, all right, well.
And see,
right,
I'm just really
Rupert.
lucky that I have a gay best friend, little brother. That's like, well, all right, come on, you're like rounding me
Let's
up.
go. Like you can hang out, Rupert, for a little bit because you're pretty, but like, no. We're not doing this.
Well, you guys were meeting our parents there Monday morning.
Monday morning, yeah.
Monday morning.
And I don't know.
Today
It's Sunday.
Sunday morning?
Today's Sunday.
No, today's Saturday. No, today's Friday.
Today's fucking Friday. Okay.
Nick,
Woo!
I have 5 social media calendars
Okay.
to build before Sunday.
It is
I was
Friday.
I was like, am I not sleeping tonight?
It is Friday. Okay. Well,
It's Friday.
Yeah. It's Friday.
Yeah.
It's for sure Friday night.
Yeah, because
Okay.
yesterday was St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
A Thursday. Look at us.
This
Just
is
really
me
doing
and
some
Francesca. I know.
detective work.
And then I'm going to be in Tulum on...
I don't know, you guys. So we're meeting our parents. Our mother has sent us an itinerary.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, we're going to be doing some stuff. Except in Vegas, we're working.
We are working.
Yeah.
We're going for the bar and nightclub convention for our parents' company that my dad talked about when they were on. So we're pretty
they own a
excited about
shop
that.
maker.
We're not going to be having like a crazy Vegas time. I mean, I say that, but like we really are working. We have things to do. But
Mom has pre-games scheduled in, like pre-games, pre-drinks, dinner, after drinks, clubs.
I know, but I'm not going to be mixing Vyvanse and Xanax at a Diplo show. I mean, I might. But because that's what you did.
I know.
No, that's what I did.
Nick,
because I was super tired, and you just took out like these pills. You have this magic pill box.
I
okay?
do. I have a little pill container.
And you just go, and it was all like the residue from all the dust from all the pills, and you just pour it in my drink, and you were like, and I was like, oh god, and I drink it, and it was like, it really wasn't that much, but it was like a perfect combination of like, well, here I am. We're in Vegas now.
I can get anybody pretty straight.
Yeah. I was just really tired, But yeah. So we're gonna go do that. We're gonna have lots of updates for you from how Vegas is gonna go.
Yeah, and then I get back from Mexico, so it'll probably be like.
Yeah. And then I fly to St. Louis.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna fly to St. Louis after that.
He's getting his little car.
If anyone wants to fly, meet me in St. Louis on like the 25th of what day is it? What month
March.
is it? March. And then wants to drive back to Colorado with me, you're more than welcome to. Just DM me.
Yeah, because Nick needs a little, because it's 15 hours.
Yeah, I need a
Show
little buddy.
someone St. Louis.
Yeah. I love a solo road trip though. I listen to a lot of techno.
Yeah, you're just getting a trance.
I
We
really
love
geek
to
out.
drive.
I love to drive. I could literally drive. I think we've talked about this a lot actually on this podcast back when we were living out of a car, that we just like, we'll sit there and drive. And drive. But
I'm ready to go back to Big Sur. I'm already itching. Like,
Yeah.
we're going to be here. Okay, so I'm going to Vegas and Tulum. I'm coming back and I'm going on a detox health diet to try and get my health better so that I don't have to only live in the mountains for my health. We're getting ripped. Ripped and rich.
I'm going to start like a TikTok Nicodemus fitness journey. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. But that would be fucking
What
cool.
if you did like ironically, because it's so far from like anything you would
this is
ever
kind of a good idea.
do.
Be like, all right, day 71, stay hard. You are a bitch. Me, I'm not.
If you were like, listen, I lost 4 pounds this week. You know why? I stopped eating dinner and I just drank gin.
I know.
I think that you can still get fit while drinking.
Well, gin is good for you.
We can taste that.
Gin is
Or
good for you.
test that.
My brother said that if you, and he's a D1 athlete and a doctor, he said that if you have alcohol 8 hours after of working out, it has no effect on
The workout doesn't?
Yeah. But he said that building muscle is like kind of not dampened, but a lot of the work that you put into tearing muscle and building muscle gets detracted from. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Alcohol is not good for muscle building, I guess.
Well, we're getting serious. I'm getting healthy, and then we just want to be in LA, Miami, and New York City for like the whole summer.
Bopping around, yeah. But I also want to go camping.
We can go camping. I brought my tent.
Well, I want to go backpacking, and you're not invited. I'm not taking you on a backpacking trip. Holy mother of pearl! Oh my gosh!
What? I'm tough.
One bee sting, and you're finished.
I would have to get helicoptered out.
Well, and then like,
I
what
can
if it
do
rains
things
on you? And it's like, I just can't handle that. I'm not gonna.
I've gone camping for a whole weekend.
I know, but like
how long are you going backpacking?
Like 5 nights.
Oh, it's kind of a lot.
And sometimes some shit happens. You know what I mean? Okay.
Listen, I don't even want to go. I'll go back to Tulum. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, on the beach. Okay. Well, we'll keep you guys updated.
I hope we have some crazy stories. Honestly, like all of our crazy stories, we just can't talk about right now.
Right now, but they're coming.
Or I'm just going to stop caring.
Yeah, maybe that's the best part. I don't want to like tease our audience and be like, we have a lot to say, but we can't tell you.
I know. I'm not trying to say that, but it's like maybe I just need to like buck up. Like our friend Danny saw us and was like, I'm going to need more from you.
Yeah.
She's like, I really feel like you guys are holding back. And she goes, because when I go to happy hour with you, she's like, that's the funniest thing of my entire life. And it's my favorite thing. And she goes, you guys are just out here like being PC, holding back. She's like, I just really think you got to open up.
I know. Well, we're working on it. All
right.
So.
Well, I'm going to do my part and do my best to have the craziest time and come back with some stories.
Okay, just don't get kidnapped in Tulum.
No, don't put that in the universe.
Okay, sorry. just stick with people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been telling me this every day, twice a day.
I just can't, just nervous.
I'll be fine. I think you forget like I lived in foreign countries for so long.
But like Mexico is dangerous.
Yeah. Well, I came back with a dog last time.
I know. Yeah. Blue in your hair and a dog. And you're like, I'm a different person. I'm a lesbian now. I was like, oh my God.
What a phase.
What a phase that was. All right. Well, look, we're drinking green tea because we're saving our livers.
Let's go get a salad.
A salad. All right. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening. Yeah. Bye.
We'll see you next time. I can't wait. Say your prayers for us, please.
Bye.
Bye.